Hey guys, it's Kim. How are you guys doing? So I wanted to talk about something that was on my mind, and I've been getting a lot of comments. You don't know how it is to be a man, and a lot of us don't have options, and women just want the Chads and the Tyrones. So these are the things that I often hear. Men who have money, status, tall, all these things. Okay, focus.
It's crazy because when you think about it, all that shit is bullshit. It's bullshit because when you think about it, right? Why are we even worried about women who are focused on exterior motives? Because at the end of the day, do you really want a woman that wants you for money? Do you want to deal with a woman that wants you because you're 6'6"? Those are not the things that make a relationship grow and go. It's just not. Height don't make a relationship go. Now, I know when y'all gonna say money, of course money, you need to be financially stable, but the point is, if a woman is there for your bag, that's not gonna make a relationship go.
Focus is on these type of women that really put these things at the top of their list for a man. Women who put looks, who put money and status over anything, that is not something to even aim for, because she's gonna go like the next guy who looks better than you, who's more fit, who has more followers, who has more money, who has the status. The next dude she finds, she will leave you for that guy. So why is
Man, it's the same thing what we glorify with the streets, right? When you look at the streets, right, it don't matter. I don't care if you big meat. It don't matter how big that you get. It's two places you're going to end up: in prison or unalived. So when you're dealing with women who want you for exterior reasons, or they want guys off of what they can benefit, at the end of the day, there's going to be somebody with more money than you, like she just said. Somebody that got better cars than you, somebody that may be an inch taller than you. So what you got to understand is, if you're going to play that game, you're going to always lose. It's the same with the streets. It's a myth. Why would you even want to play that game? And my thing is, us men, we got to do a better job of separating the internet from real life. I remember I had this talk with my mom and my auntie last weekend at my grandma's house. And we was talking about how, like, some people can't separate social media from the real world. And that's the thing. Like, in the real world, women will say online that they dealing with they want a guy that's 6'6", but in real life, she got a guy that's 5'9", because it's real life. In real life, every woman can't have a dude that's making 10 million a year, 6'6", because all those men don't exist. So why would you even want to deal with a woman who wants you for those type of things anyway? They shouldn't matter. They really even shouldn't matter.
Is the focus so much on these women? Like, I get it. It's frustrating for a lot of men. I truly believe it is possible to find someone. I truly believe that men should not stop themselves from dating. Well, shouldn't stop themselves from talking to women because they have that fear in their mind, like, oh, I'm gonna get rejected. You know what I mean? A lot of women out here are looking for just a chill dude. There's a lot of women that want a guy like with average looks or whatever, and you don't know how attractive you actually are. A lot of women just want a guy to treat them well, want a guy they can do activities with. Like, the girls that you should actually look for and focus on, girls that are actually looking for a partner and not trying to be like all over the place.
And this is why I push the issue of vetting so much on my channel, right? Because what you got to understand is, in any industry that you're in, just in general, whether it's friendships, relationships, jobs, whatever it is, it's going to be crooked people in any industry. So what men do is, we get rejected a couple times by a woman because she didn't respond to our DM, or we tried to talk to her and she curved us. And now we feel like all women are like this. And just by you having that type of mentality, that type of mindset, you already lost. You already lost the battle. You know, I was a guy that in high school, I didn't get a lot of women. Matter of fact, I got no women. I got to college, I could attract women, but I couldn't keep them. But one thing I always knew was it wasn't those women's fault, because the only thing those women had in common was me. And I realized that. I just didn't know that, okay, let me focus on how I'm showing up with these women. Let me focus on what I did in the last situation and figure out how I can correct it. Let me change my approach. See, a lot of men, instead of changing ourselves and our approach, we blame, oh, you know, these women, they just want guys that make a lot of money. They just want guys that make six figures. We start to blame all the exterior things, and now we're acting like that woman. Just how you blaming all the exterior things and she wants the exterior things, that's why you keep attracting those type of women.
Like jumping to the next guy that has more money, more followers, more, like, this is pure vanity. This is pure superficial stuff. And I know you guys are gonna say, oh well, for sure you need to be attractive. You need to be, the woman needs to be attracted to you. You don't have to be the most attractive guy out there. And the fact that a lot of guys are stopping themselves and don't even know how attractive they actually are to women out there. A lot of men are stopping themselves. I honestly think that's the worst thing you can do, just like giving up. Because like,
now let me say this, you should definitely give up with trying to getting a 10 or a 9. Because let me say this, right? Most of us men, we naturally want a chick with a fat ass. We want a chick with a pretty face. We want the 9 or 10. But what you got to understand, typically these girls that are the Instagram chicks, 9s or 10. I'm not saying this is not possible, but typically a lot of them are for sale. A lot of them come with a price tag. And what I mean by that is it's the same way with like a BMW or Mercedes, right? The maintenance on those cars, oil changes, tires, you're gonna be spending bread. Same thing, you ready for a maintenance with a dime piece? You're gonna be spending bread. What about the car note for a Mercedes or a BMW? You ready to pay that $1,500 a month car note? Because guess what? Your girl gonna require an allowance every month. You ready for that? For vacation, getting her nails done, shopping. That's the car note. Also, too, what comes with having a, you know what I'm saying, AMG, BMW X6? What comes with all of that? i8, a lot of attention, right? You ready for all that attention it is to be with a dime? And I think a lot of us men, we're so worried about getting these 9s and 10s when you should just be worried about getting a woman who's attracted to you and who you're attracted to. It may not be that dime piece. It may be a 7.2. But that's cool with me, because I know for me, I don't want to deal with a dime, because most dimes are naturally going to come with these issues. And guess what? They also got no personality. They also are usually not feminine. They also are usually not loyal. Is that what you really want? See, a lot of us dudes, we complain about those type of women, but those are the women you want to deal with. It doesn't even make sense to me. You should be wanting a deal with a woman who is feminine, nurturing, that's not into all of that. You know what I'm saying? And guess what, too? You got to be able to separate the internet from real life. But guess what? Perception is reality. So if you perceive that all women are like that, that's going to be your reality, because perception is reality. So if you believe the internet is real life, then that is real life, because your perception is your reality.
how is that going to help anything? How is that going to help you with your confidence? It's the best thing to talk to women. You know, I'm not saying, you know, ask every woman out, but I'm just saying, like, just put yourself out there in a way. You never know what's going to happen. You never know how someone feels about you. How can you even discover that someone's attracted to you if in your mind you're just so not attractive and all women are the same? And it's not gonna,
like, what got me out my slump was getting some wins. See, what you got to understand is I took so many L's that, you know, I always knew that, okay, if I try one more time, I can get the woman I want, or I can have a long sustaining situation with the woman, right? But what you got to understand is once you can get some wins, that's going to build your confidence. I promise you, the first time you get with a woman that not only that you're attracted to, she's attracted to you, and she's feminine, and she invests in you, it's going to be game over with. I remember the woman that set the tone for me is a woman I was dealing with probably, like, what are we in 2025? So I was dealing with her around 2019, 2018. And she was very nurturing. She invested in me. And she literally is the standard for women I deal with in my life. She's the best woman I've ever dated in my life. Now, I end up fumbling the bag. I end up self-sabotaging at the end. I was a little bit younger than, like 24, 25. I was a little bit younger. And she was older than me at the time. I think she was in her early 30s. But best woman I ever dealt with. She taught me how a feminine woman should be. Now, she wasn't no 9 or no 10. She was definitely like an 8 point. I'll say she was like a 7.8, 7.9. But I was attracted. I was madly attracted to her. That's what it was about. It wasn't about her being a dime piece. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? And once I experienced that, I knew, if I can pull her, I can get any woman I want. And that's what it's going to take for a lot of us men. We just got to get some wins. But guess what? You got to participate in your own rescue. You got to continue to build yourself. Because again, this is not 1963. Women now have access to men all over the world. Women can get flown out. Women got guys that spending bags on them. So you cannot be average in expecting women to show up in your life. Now, you should have your bag. You should be in the gym and fit and all these things. But and to say it's unrealistic to make a lot of money and be fit is stupid. I hate when dudes say that. That shit is stupid. You should be on point as a man, and you attract women into your life. And you vet them accordingly. Women who require me to take them to Nobu on the first date or to take them to Bali on the second date, those are women you just have fun with without even spending money on them. That's what you got to understand. Because giving up ain't the answer. One thing I told myself was when I was struggling with women, I'm never going to give up. I'm going to keep going, keep getting better, keep improving, figure this thing out. You got to figure this shit out, man.
To help. But you know what? If you need to go through that to, get through it, do it. For sure it's not easy, but feel for you guys that are saying like, this happened in the past. But you know what? That's fine. Like, not everyone is for you. Not everyone's gonna like you. And you might have dodged multiple bullets, okay? Because if I was a guy, I would not want to be with a girl that only values like looks, money, status, and
I mean, she is correct. You don't want to, again, what's the point of being with a woman or stressed out about a woman who only values looks, money, and status? Why would you even want to be with that? That's a waste of time. That's a waste of time. Because she gonna replace your ass as soon as she find a better option. Yeah, you making $5 million a year, and then she gonna meet Kyrie Irving, who's bringing in $20 million a year. 50 million a year. So what's the point of even playing that game? It's like the streets. Yeah, you may make a lot of money and be on top for a little bit, but guess what? It's gonna be somebody else that's gonna be right on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because your ass gonna either get unalived or be in jail. So what's the point? But hey, if you want to give up on dating, you can do that, but I don't see the point. What's the reason? It all starts with changing your mindset. You got to change your mentality and the way you see things. Because if you just give up, nobody's going to give a fuck. Nobody's going to care. Women are not going to care. They're going to keep still messing with the dudes they want to mess with. So if you feel like, I'm just going to give up, I'm quit, then that's going to be on you. But like I said in every video, man, this is why we must continue to put ourselves first. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. Appreciate you guys for watching as always. Guys, make sure y'all go subscribe to my Patreon for exclusive content. I'm going to be doing, different reaction type videos over there. If you want to do one-on-one combos with me, definitely log into the Patreon for more exclusive, perks with me. And until the next time, guys, deuces.